Yo, it's here. It's time. Finally, the Gordon Murray Automotive T.50. For the people that don't know what I'm on about, let me bring you guys up to speed. So every single winter, there is kind of like a Secret Santa thing that they do, where basically when you gift out cars to other people, you'll end up getting one of the rewards. Well, two of the rewards, sorry, that they give you here. As you can see, that Horizon Secret Santa. Now, this has happened a couple times through the years. This is one of them that's happening now, and we got a brand new car. Now, the way to get this car yourselves, it's been given to every single person. Go check your messages I'll show you guys when I'm outside, but just go check your messages and it'll be there in the gifts section. And just claim it, and it's in your garage. If you guys don't know why I'm excited for this car, because this is the true successor to the McLaren F1. Yep, this is the actual successor to the McLaren F1. Not the P1, not the Mercedes McLaren GTR, or the Mercedes McLaren SLR. None of those. It's this. This is technically the true successor, and as you can see, it even has one seat in the middle and two seats behind it. It's basically the same as the McLaren F1. Of course, it's all very, very modern and crazy looking, and one of the craziest things about it, let me get in it, I'll show you guys. If you guys don't know anything about this car. Can we see that tack? I don't think we can see that tack properly here. You can see the max RPM on that tack is 13,000 RPM. So if you have never seen... Oh, and it's manual as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. It's also manual. Yeah, I need to drive this thing. We need to see what it's like. I'm not going to... Actually, should I? Yeah, I probably should start revving it in here, right? Let's rev it inside and see what it sounds like. And then I'll rev it outside as well. I'll take it out and drive it. And then we'll do stuff to it as well, but I want to... The most important thing is, let's hear what this thing sounds like. So, how do I turn this thing on? what am I looking at? There we go. Right there. That's the switch. Well... It sounds very similar to real life. This insanely high revving V12, it sounds very similar to real life. I'm actually quite happy about that. Wait, can we take this off? Oh, come on. Come on. Carbon fiber. Gold plate. Oh god, it's so sick. Also, it has a massive fan on the back to create a lot of downforce, basically sucking the car into the road. What a machine. Yeah, it's one of the greatest cars, one of the greatest modern cars that's been released. It's sick. Look how small it is. It's tiny and let's just drive it. Enough of me looking at it. Let's drive this thing. Well, I know the perfect place where I need to bring this thing. I'm also going to raise the volume. Right now it's at 55. I usually play... Actually, no. It's fine. For me, it's fine. I'm going to raise it a little bit, though. I have to. But for you guys, I'm going to raise the volume even more for the video so you guys can listen to it. We have to take it on this road. This is the best road because it brings you into tunnels and everything. So I have to bring it on that road. So let's start over from here and bring it towards the tunnels. And I'll shut up and let you guys listen to this thing just absolutely scream its way to 13,000 RPM. Alright, I'm gonna stop. Well, that was the sound for this thing. I can't remember. I've been recording for like 6 minutes already. This is nuts. I love it. I love it so much. I love the sound of it. It's crazy high pitch. It sounds like an old F1 car. It's just lovely. You can hear the fan as well. It actually might sound a bit better from the inside as well. It still screams, but it sounds a little bit more crazy on the inside. Why didn't they do the animations of having this thing like... Why didn't they do the animation for the actual changing gears, man? It's so boring. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the greatest, like, sports cars of all time. It just is. It's already an S2 at 936. Let's do stuff to it and see what we can make out of this car. Because right now, I just want to drive it stock and just chill and just drive it around. I like the way you can't actually engine swap this thing. Very, very happy with that. We can't actually change anything with the stock engine for this thing. Ideally, I would have wanted that maybe a little bit. We can aspiration swap this thing, so we can twin turbo it as well. If we want to give this thing quite a lot more power. I don't think I want to be honest with you. I think the only thing I want to do with this car is give it more grip. And that's it. Its handling is already like crazy. Its braking is already really good. Top speed is good for a car with 600 and something horsepower. I mean, it weighs like nothing. It's 1,000 kilos. Like, it's a lightweight... Like, this is a supercar. Sorry, it's not a sports car. I call it a sports car. Not a sports car. Straight up supercar with probably hypercar money attached to this thing. But it's ridiculous. I am gonna go ahead and give it some more aero though, because I think it'll help it. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know if there's anything else I really want to change on this thing. Maybe clutch and stuff like that would probably work, because it'll get it to change gears a little bit quicker. Because right now it's still a manual, right? And if I change the clutch or even the transmission, probably even get this thing, like I said, to change gears a little bit quicker. I need to buy a diff because I don't think we can change the standard one. And then apart from that, extra grip like tires is probably the only other thing. Like, we're not going to be able to get this thing to be I don't know, actually. We could probably get this thing to be absolutely goated, but it doesn't look like it. Center locking wheels as well. I'm not going to change those. They look great on this thing. I might have a look at some of the paint options that are available for this car, if there are any. I'm also not going to turbocharge it, and I'm not going to change my drivetrain to anything else. Lateral G's on this little thing, it says 2.8. We'll keep it like this. 655 horsepower, so still the same amount of power, but we just made it lighter and have more downforce. And a little bit more grip as well with the tires. That's literally it. We haven't really changed much more. Even the stats here, you can see the way this is built. We can actually lower this thing quite a bit as well. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the colors, and I'll come back to the tune and I'll change it myself. But let's have a look. We have a few of them available. Red looks good. It's like baby blue. I don't know what this is, like sky blue or whatever. Is this like one of the most, I feel like I've seen either a video or whatever of someone saying that this is one of the most appealing colors to the eyes. This like really light, like baby blue. I don't know why, but that's what that guy said. And then in this blue color, those taillights look sick as well. They look so good. It's just such a cool car. From the front, it definitely looks like a car from the kind of like the earlier 2000s. Am I wrong in saying that? But it still has that like look of the McLaren F1 about it, right? Like there's so much about this car that's just inspired by the McLaren F1. It's crazy. It's basically just a modern McLaren F1. It really just is. I'm keeping it in silver. I think the silver just looks way too good on it. Yeah, I'll change the tune and I'll be right back, I guess. Alright, let's drive this thing. See what it's capable of. It's really sharp. Oh, I didn't expect it to just turn in like that. I really didn't expect this thing to just turn in so sharply. Oh man, this is really good. It doesn't have the power. But look how sharp it turns in and how stable it is. What? That is mad. I have so much control over it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. There's one map that I feel like this could work out well, especially with kind of the lack of power. Unfortunately for the people that don't like watching it, it is the Golden Tailgate. It just is. I can't bring it on to Rivals because I feel like in Rivals it'll get smoked by a bunch of other cars, right? There's so many cars that are just meta and OP. I just don't feel like this car would kind of participate. Maybe something that I can kind of keep my speed up with. Maybe the Lookout Circuit could be kind of a decent one. Let's try Lookout Circuit. Just because I don't want to like just discredit this car's ability for driving well before I even try and get on a Rivals event. But I want to bring this thing on the Golden Tailgate. I feel like it'll be very good there because it requires you to have sharp turning, and also because we're going downhill, it'll be fine without the extra power or whatever. I mean, we can add more power to it by twin turboing it, but I don't really think I want to. Yeah, I'm on some steering. Yeah, it turns in sharply. I mean, I tuned this thing, so obviously it should turn in sharply because that's how I made it. But let's just see what it's capable of amongst other S2 cars. Oh my god. I'm expecting this thing to go much wider, and I'm slowing down a bit too much. Oh man, this is just a... A little bit of slip there. Okay, continue lapping. Let's do a rolling lap. I'm not gonna do too many laps on this. Just a couple. Oh, I could have gone faster, I think. Oh, I braked too early and too hard. This is stupid. It's so good. 43 seconds. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's so good. So good. It's just so intuitive to drive and it's so simple. I don't even know what to say. Because we've had a new car that was added into the game, which was the Elemental. RFP one, I think is what it was called. We had that car get added into the game. That was now one of the best S1 cars / S2, but more in S1. It's unbelievably good in S1. But in S2, it's also really, really good because of the same reason that this is good. It's very lightweight. It's lighter than this, but it's super sharp. It turns in really sharply and it turns in really nicely. It just feels a little bit more sketch than this car, but this just feels so smooth to drive. I don't think it's meta. I don't think it's going to be meta. I'm not 100% sure, but I just don't think it's going to be. But just driving it like that, you saw how easy this thing is to take around the track. Again, it's not even maxed out. It's at like 973, so there's still room for improvement there. But I mean, 7,000 in the world. It's alongside the Aston Martin AMR, the Vulcan, the CCGT. I mean, it's alongside a bunch of these cars. Again, like I said, it's just not fast enough. It can't compete with the S2 cars that are maxed out in S2. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't think this is gonna be meta or anything like that. But it's still a fun car to drive, and I think it's still really good. So let's try it, like I said, over on the Golden Toy, because I think that'll be a fun run to have. Also, I'm going to play in cockpit view, because I get to sit right in the center of this car, which is going to be even more fun to try and see what it's like. So again, I'm not expecting this thing to break any sort of leaderboard records or anything like that, but I'm expecting it to do quite well, because it seems to really enjoy just darting into corners very quickly. It's just really nice. So let's give it a shot. We'll try cockpit. I think this is probably going to be one of those videos where I'm going to watch the exterior as well from this run. I'm going too slow. I'm just a bit sketched out, you know? Jesus. The brakes are phenomenal and it's so good. It's so weird sitting in the middle. Such a strange thing to sit in the middle. I mean, I'm still kind of just aiming to get as close to the walls as I possibly can, obviously, when I don't go too fast. Mad. What a fun car. What a fun car, man. So good. And the diff setup that I just put on it, I slapped it. Just the diff setup that I felt like it was decent, and it just works so well for it. It doesn't slip or anything like that. Man, it's so stable. If you want to watch the RPF or RFP, whatever it's called, the Elemental, I'm just going to call it the Elemental. If you want to watch the Elemental go around this thing, there is a video on the channel that was uploaded not that long ago, actually. Maybe like a week or two ago. And that thing was so sketchy to take around this track. I think someone sent me a tune for it, actually. It's probably in one of those videos. And, or maybe I made it? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think I made the really sketchy one and then someone sent me a tune for it as well. And, watch how sketchy that thing is to drive around compared to this. Oh, that was my fault. That was straight up my fault. I was like, I'm not even slowing down. I'm gonna like speed up even more. Oh god. Okay, let's forget about that. Well, it's not the fastest car around, but my god, was that a good run. Well, I actually had fun, and it was a good thing that I crashed because I got to kind of learn the car a little bit more around this track and see how it goes. Can I squeeze a better time out of it? 100%. But I think... It sounds so mad. I just want to listen to it, honestly. It's such a good car. It's a really, really good car. Just to have a bit of fun with it and drive around, it is unbelievably good. No, it's not meta or anything like that, but listening to it scream as you're driving, it just makes you feel like you're in a race car, you know? And you're just not. And honestly, I thought that fan was gonna annoy me a little bit. I thought you'd be able to hear the fan much louder, but you just can't. And it's just such a nice combination of sounds. It just sounds really, really good. I don't really know what else to say about it. And it's very capable, as you can see. Really, really capable car of doing some stupid, stupid speeds, especially around corners. And I'm happy that it's as good as it is now. I honestly feel like if they made it worse at handling, it just would have been I really would have been really disappointed, but it's actually very good at handling. The extra aero helps a little bit as well, but you can see how fast I'm actually just hooning it down this hill. Yeah. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this, and I'm going to also listen to it as well whilst you guys are listening to it. But, yeah, that's it for the Gordon Murray T.50. That absolute beast of a car. That absolutely screams. That is fantastic. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.